So we got Frontier opening bell for this Tuesday, the 11th of March, a very big day for Ghana. President John Mahama, the new president, will be presenting the new budget for his administration, the first since he came into office just about 2 months ago. Ghana's economy fell in the fourth quarter. That's the news this morning. Cocoa and mining sector declined. Cocoa sector down by 21.4%. That's no good news for this rich resource-based economy in West Africa. But just a touch on the markets, just a big touch on Nigerian market, just a 0.08%. For Monday's market. The BRVM was about a quarter in the red. The Egyptian market started the rest of the week in Cairo by 0.02%. The Nairobi bourse was down sharply 1.01%, while the GSE was 1.44% in the negative 30. That took the GSE down below the 88,000 level. But just a touch into East Africa. Congratulations to the former Nairobi's Securities Exchange CEO Geoffrey Odundo. He's now been appointed as the Group Managing Director and CEO of the country's biggest media institution. That's the Nation Media Group, comprising radio, television, newspapers, online. It's also the biggest in the entire East Africa. Congratulations to him. The Uganda's Standards Bureau and Trademark Africa said they have a deal on the table, 5.5 billion Uganda shillings, to raise agro-industries funding for small and medium enterprises within that space. Rwanda is putting together a new legislation that will regulate virtual assets, trading and operations in the East African economy. DRC is looking to host its first Energy and Investment Forum. That will be on March 24 and 25, just about a few days down the line. The central bank in Kenya under Dr. Tuje says emergency loan fees to the Treasury, that's the government, was down 17% because of the rate cut that the CBK did just towards the end of last year and early 2025 as well. And those are your headlines on the East Coast. Let's touch on West Africa. Nigeria and Wheelight said they have $200 million renewable deal on the table to supply renewable mini grids for rural areas in the country. In Cote d'Ivoire, EcoBank has done a $13 million, unveil a first gender bond for women inclusion. That bond came in at about 6.75% for investors. And Ghana is looking at about $13 million Japan grant to improve electricity around the Tamale region. I talked about the economy in the fourth quarter. That was lackluster, as it were. Cocoa and mining sectors, which were two of the country's economic backbone, shrank with the quarter under review. Today is the budget day for President Mahama. And Burkina Faso, which is Ghana's neighbor to the north, they're discussing trade, security, and relations within the ECOWAS sub-region. Remember, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Chad all exited the ECOWAS sub-region economic bloc last year. So let's get into Southern Africa with gold prices steadying in the market on the safe haven appeal, while copper and oil prices fell back on Monday into early Tuesday on weak economic data out of China, as well as Trump tariffs. The Zahid company in Saudi Arabia looking to reopen talks with South Africa's Barloworld shareholders on the plan for investment and takeover. NamWater and EFDB, they got a $665 million Namibian water plant project to support the water sustainability project in the Southern African economy. Botswana driving economic diversification under the new AfCFTA. Everyone is getting on board of that new trade agreement for the continent. And Zambia says it's released about 2.5 billion kwacha in local currency for local debt service for the month of February. Zambia is going through a tough economic situation right now, no thanks to heavy droughts and the country's economy flagging. Electricity rates gone up more than 130%. So let's wrap it up in North Africa. Morocco is the go-to destination on the African continent when it comes to tourism and investment. $2.2 billion was what the North African economy was able to get in terms of inflows from investors in the tourism sector between 2023 and 2024. In the meantime, Morocco is looking at growth in that sector. February was about 2.7 million arrivals, one of the biggest destinations on the continent. Core inflation in Egypt down 10% in February, while critical mineral resources said it's got 2.5 million US dollars to expand its operations in Morocco. And finally, Egypt says it's completed 650 megawatts GOS2 wind farm to support the size of renewable energy that's available in the biggest economy north of the continent. Those are your headlines as you get into Tuesday's Business and Markets Day. Have a great day, everyone. That's your Frontier Opening Bell.